Welcome to the module, Data Types in Python. In this module, you will learn about different types of data and data manipulation. This module also explains Python comments, identifiers, keywords, and variables. After going through this module, you will be able to define comments in Python, explain different data types in Python, list various sequence types in Python, identify Python sets and dictionaries, define identifiers and keywords, and explore variables in Python. Python is a technically sophisticated high-level language with object-oriented features. It is widely used for general-purpose programming. It is important to know the basic elements on which Python operates in order to create programs using this language. The elements include comments, identifiers, keywords, data types, and variables. This module also introduces you to values and different data types in detail. Let us begin. One of the Python elements is comment. A comment is a note or a short description of the task performed by a piece of code. In case of programming, it is used to describe the functionality of the code or statement. In other words, the comment describes what that code snippet does. A program becomes highly comprehensible and meaningful with the insertion of comments. Every programming language, including Python, has its own syntax for adding comments in the code. In Python, comments can be implemented by simply placing a hash sign before a one-line comment. For example, look at the program on the screen. Here, the comment starts with the hash sign. There is no need to put anything at the end. It will be automatically terminated at the end of the line. Now, when you run the program, you will notice the message only, and not the comment. That is, the comments are for the programmer, and not for the interpreter or compiler. One of the fundamental things that is manipulated by a program is a value. It can be a letter or a number. For instance, 5 plus 7 will produce a result that is 12. Here, the result 12 is a value. 5 and 7, which are part of this addition, are also values. In addition to numbers, a string is also a value. For example, print hello world. This message, hello world, with an inverted quotes is a string, which is also a value. The values are classified and grouped together into various data types. They are numeric, Boolean, and compound. The diagram on the screen depicts the different data types in Python. The numeric data types in Python represent the built-in data types, namely integer, float, and complex. These are used to store numeric values. Compound data types include string, list, and tuple. Boolean does not have subcategories. The numeric data types in Python represent the built-in data types, namely integer, float, and complex. These are used to store numeric values. Integer data types in Python are the basic numeric built-in data types. Plain integer numeric values can be positive or negative whole numbers. Float numbers are the real numbers, which contain a fractional part along with a whole number. These numbers include a decimal point to divide the whole and fractional part. Numbers, which are in the form of real and imaginary parts, are called complex numbers. For example, x plus ij. Here, x and y are float numbers, and j is an imaginary unit that denotes the square root of -1. X is the real part and b is the imaginary part of a complex number. Some expressions return integer values, while some give float values. There are also some expressions that produce output in the form of strings. Another interesting value that is produced from some of these expressions is Boolean value, or Boolean data type. Boolean data type is like an answer to a question, but it responds in only two ways: true or false. It is the simplest built-in type in Python, which deals with the truth values. If we consider its functionality with numeric value, then it behaves as integers 1, that is true, and 0 that is false. If the value can be interpreted as a truth value, the built-in function bool is used to convert any value to a Boolean. Boolean values can be obtained from expressions as shown on the screen. A compound data type, often called sequence, is a data type that can be used to store multiple independent values. An example is a string, which is a collection of characters. A compound data type includes string data type, list data type, and tuple data type. Let us discuss each of these data types in detail. String. A contiguous set of characters enclosed in the quotation marks is identified as a string. The characters in the string can be accessed using square brackets. To get a set of characters, slice operator, a colon within square brackets, is used. The string starts with the index 0 and increases by 1, if considered from the front end. List. An ordered sequence of items is referred to as list data type in Python. It is a collection of randomly typed objects with no fixed size and type, which means that list can contain elements of same or different data type and size. Tuple. Tuple data type is an ordered sequence of elements or values. They are just like a list with the only difference that they are immutable, which means they cannot be changed once they are created. This immutable nature of tuples makes it faster in processing than a list, as they cannot change dynamically. Strings, lists, and tuples are sequential data. Python features dictionaries and sets for storing such sequential data. A dictionary in Python is an unordered set of items. Like lists, dictionaries are mutable, that is, one can add, modify, and delete elements from a dictionary. However, unlike other data types, a dictionary is not bound to only value as an element. This program on the screen shows the implementation of dictionaries. The first line indicates an empty dictionary. The second line indicates the key value for 1. The third line indicates the value for key 2. The next line creates another dictionary named as dict. Like dictionaries, sets are unordered but are immutable. The difference between sets and dictionaries is that the elements of a set is not restricted to a key. Sets are used and preferred over other data types because they are faster for large number of elements than list or tuple. This program illustrates the implementation of set. The first line creates a set named myset. The second line prints the set. The third line adds an element 22 in the set using built-in function add. Also, an element 11 is deleted from the set using the remove function. Python Frozenset has the features of set, but its elements are unchangeable. Like tuples, Frozensets are immutable sets. Sets are unhashable, thus cannot be used as dictionary keys. This program illustrates the implementation of Frozenset. In the program, the two Frozensets are created, named as fset1 and fset2. The last line performs the disjoint function on both Frozensets. Besides comments and data types, there are various other basic elements necessary for operation of Python program. One of these elements is an identifier. A set of valid strings that can be used as names in programming are called identifiers. These names can be given to programming entities such as variables, class and functions in Python. There are some rules that need to be followed while naming identifiers, which are shown here. Identifiers can be named by using a combination of letters, uppercase or lowercase, numbers, and underscore characters. An identifier should not start with a number. It should always start with a letter. Keywords should not be used as the name of an identifier. Besides underscore, no special characters are supported by identifiers in Python. Identifiers can be of any length. Keywords are a set of reserved words that cannot be used as an identifier in Python. We cannot use a keyword as a variable name, function name, or any other identifier. The basic syntax of the Python programming language is defined by keywords. The keywords in Python are listed below. A name that mentions a value is called a variable. In other words, a variable is a specific location in the memory where a certain value or data is stored. A unique name is assigned to each variable to distinguish it from other variables and to specify that each variable has a separate memory location. Unlike other programming languages, variables do not need to be declared in Python before using them. The pointers that you should keep in mind while naming a variable in Python are: the name of the variable can be a combination of lowercase letters, uppercase letters, digits, and an underscore character. The variable name must start with a letter. Special characters are not allowed while naming a variable. Variable are case sensitive. For instance, val and val are two different variable names. Values can be assigned to a variable using assignment operator. You can assign any type of value to a variable. For instance, in this example, A, B, and C are variables, which are assigned the value 12, 2.9, and hello everyone, respectively. Here the assignment operator assigns the value on the right-hand side to the variable on the left-hand side of the operator. The summary of the module on Python data types is displayed on the screen. I will pause for a few seconds to allow you to read it. Internalize this information and apply it to master the information. Thanks for watching the video. Let us move ahead with next